Sticking out my fro with my fist.
Hello, welcome back. Welcome back to another season, yet another season of Bros Talk Football. This is season 3 of the 2015 NFL football season. We are back once again. I know you guys have been waiting long for us. Not fantasy football per se, but for us. You guys really miss us deep down inside. But we are happy to be back. We are going to take you on another ride through our season, spotlighting all of our fantasy woes and triumphs. We're going to kind of give you guys all the insider knowledge of who to pick up, who to drop, just give our our thoughts on how each team is doing. And I guess to get us started, we will go over who we are and what our team names are. I am Andre Dre Goddams, and my team is Team Rocket.
I congratulate myself for this brilliant scheme.
Yes, from Pokemon. And we will go to John.
What's up, y'all? John, DC Buckethead is my social media tag name. And my team, Make It Wayne, because my middle name is Wayne, so John Wayne.
I can't swim.
How old are you?
6.
And then over to Ace.
Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back. Well, you can follow me on Instagram at BoomIt'sAce. My team name this year is not the People's Team because we know how well the People's Team did last year. But this year, we're the golden ticket because we're going to the ship.
The kids found the last golden ticket.
Golden Ticket's the season 3 name.
Got a one-way ticket, a one-way golden ticket to the ship.
There you go.
I like that call. So to first get you guys caught up on what our teams are looking like, we'll kind of give you a quick view of who we drafted, and then we can talk about week 1, because week 1 is now in the books. I struggled. I had the number 2 pick, and I went with Le'Veon Bell.
In a 12-team league.
In a 12-team league, yeah. I went with Le'Veon Bell, so I did struggle week 1 because I'm playing without my number 1 guy. But I felt like he was just the best player overall, and even though you're missing out on the first 2 weeks, what you're going to make up for in the other weeks, if you can get wins, is definitely worth it. So he's kind of one of my main spotlights. I took a gamble with LaShawn McCoy as my second pick. I'm kind of hoping that he gets back to his, kind of form of 2 or 3 years ago when he was one of the top runners in the league. So I kind of just wanted to hold down that running back spot, be looking very strong there. When you're really early, you kind of suffer. I mean, you get a premier player, but you also suffer in kind of having some of that balance.
Definitely.
Of having where, like, if you go in the number 10, 11, 12, you can get 2 really good wide receivers.
Back-to-back people. Yeah,
a great wide receiver and the best tight end, something like that. So I figured, let me go with 2 really strong running backs, kind of build a team from there. Other guys of note are T.Y. Hilton, Eli Manning. Our league really focuses on quarterbacks yardage, more so than I've seen much before. It's a point for every 20 yards. I'm used to a point for every 40 yards, even a point for every 30 yards, but a point for every 20 yards for quarterback means you guys are going to be putting up a lot of stats. So I went with the guy who's going to throw for a lot of yards. The mouth breather is known for getting turnovers, as we all know, but he will put up around 4,000 yards, so I kind of went with that.
I mean, he does have OBJ, Victor Cruz.
True.
Their tight end situation's still up in the air with either Donnell and probably, I think, the second round, their backup. But they also have Ruben Randall, so it's a pretty nice little group, so not bad.
Yeah, and maybe he's good because we know a guy, Parsa, who you are, who traded Tom Brady for basically Ruben Randall. I don't know what that was.
He probably knows things.
But that's one of those... It's one of those ones that you will hear a lot of during the year. But yeah, so that's kind of my main players. Also have Golden Tate. But, just kind of give you an idea. So when I'm saying I'm losing or winning, you have a little reference. John, who are some of your players? You had a really good draft.
I had a pretty solid draft. I was 5th overall in the 12-team league, which is pretty good. I was guaranteed one of the top 5 running backs that everyone got to see. Luckily, Lacey fell to me. It was looking like I might have taken Jamal Charles might have been available, and if that was the case, I would have taken Antonio Brown. But Lacey, my guy from last year, dreads galore, Green Bay, we're doing big things.
The Predator.
The Predator, as I'm going to name him.
One ugly mother.
That was my first pick. Going to the second round, I grabbed Matt Forte, who somehow fell to me like a glorious gift from God. Take that, Arian Foster. Oh, by the way, I drafted Arian Foster very, very late, like 7th or 8th round.
Smart.
You know, that guy is a stud. Now it's looking like he's going to come back week 3. So I have some pretty good running backs. Melvin Gordon, another running back. I went running back heavy.
Okay.
We're allowed 2 running backs and a flex, and only 2 wide receivers, which is weird. I'm used to 3 wide receivers in most of my leagues.
It's pretty normal, but
So
we're not a really functional.
Yeah, this is a very strange.
Yeah, this league is very different.
So being for a bumpy ride for sure. Melvin Gordon looked really good.
Melvin Gordon
to cut into your kind of description of the squad, but he looked really good. He had a touchdown called off. So some people who might not have watched the game is just looking at his stat line. Doesn't look that impressive, but that play was amazing. He looks like a very strong young runner.
The potential's there.
So
Indeed.
that's something. Yeah, that's a really good pickup.
Thanks, Andre.
For the Making It Wayne squad.
We do what we do, but yeah, like I said, I went running back heavy also because Matt Forte and Lacey both have a bye week 7, and I don't want to lose. I don't want to just say, oh, well, I'm screwed that week. No. We're gonna try and win every game. Ben Roethlisberger is my quarterback.
Very nice.
I picked up Greg Olsen again for the draft. The most part, there was a lot of times where I was like, I don't really want anyone here. Like the next 20 guys, I was like, no, whatever. All right, I'll take Greg Olsen. That's fine. My wide receivers, my starting wide receivers, John Brown and Brandon Marshall. They both had okay stats for week 1. Both had a touchdown. Very chill games. So I'm just gonna hope to outplay people with my running backs. Dreads, Melvin Gordon Dreads. So we'll take it from there. I got the win first week. Luckily, Matt Forte blew up. Lacey solid game. Ben solid game. So all in all, I can't complain. I really like my team. Probably gonna have to do something about my wide receiving core.
Maybe have them all grow dreads.
Yeah, if one of them had dreads, I'd be in the clear.
Tell them to change their hairstyle.
Yeah.
You're still drafting Kelvin Benjamin's still available. Okay, cool. My turn. So the golden ticket. The golden ticket, we drafted 4 out of a 12-team league.
Okay.
First pick, I was hoping Le'Veon Bell was going to fall into my hands since he had that 2-game suspension, but we all know that Team Rocket took it. But I did get beast mode, Marshawn Lynch with the number 1 pick for me, my team. We got Marshawn Lynch because if you're going to be one of the top 5 picks, you might as well get one of the top 5 running backs, and I went Marshawn.
Okay, I like that.
Second pick.
We all know why he's here.
Second pick, I think the reason why my team did really, really bad last year is because I didn't pick no one from my team, which is the Green Bay Packers. I went with Randall Cobb. Even though I know he was injured and he's not looking too good probably for the first half of the season, I still went with Randall Cobb, the number 1 option in Green Bay, since Jordy Nelson went down. So that was my second pick. And number 3, I went with Mr. Jimmy Graham.
Okay.
In his new team, the Seattle
The Graham
Seahawks.
Cracker, huh?
The Graham, oh wow.
The crispy Graham
Whoa.
Cracker right
It's
there.
a great nickname.
That's
Kind of
actually pretty
racist,
good.
but it's a great nickname.
It's actually pretty good, I'm not even going to lie.
You went there. He would go there.
Yeah. So I think
We're
overall,
not playing Mario Kart.
overall my team looks pretty well rounded. I drafted Tony Romo. A lot of people was giving me slack, but fantasy football is about stats, and I think Tony Romo does put up stats. The other running backs that I have, I don't know, what was Dr. Jekyll, I think is my other running back. Oh wait, it's Carlos Hyde.
Ooh.
Carlos Hyde. He blew up
Ha.
Monday night, and he blew up bad, like he had some Taco Bell before the game. But yeah, overall, my team looks really good. We are starting off the season with a W, unlike last season. So, off to a good start. The golden ticket.
So we have a W here for the golden ticket.
Mm-hmm.
We have a W for Making It Wayne, and we have a big L for Team Rocket.
Man, you are one pathetic loser.
What else is new?
It's like a
But-
loser sandwich.
Yeah, I mean, and unfortunately, I guess, I was hoping I'd be able to kind of circumvent the whole, loss of not having your number one player go. I wasn't able to do that. But those are the breaks. I'm just going to have to kind of hang in there and kind of really shine after week 2. I guess we'll kind of get into what happened week 1. A big thing I kind of noticed, at least for just NFL teams, is no one really looks dominant. I mean, except for the Patriots. Patriots had a very, very good showing. But besides that, all the teams that you would expect, Seattle, Denver, just like not a lot of the premier teams being dominant as they normally would. We're having guys like people from the Rams who look really strong, kind of doing
very
well.
Strong defense.
Marcus Mariota in Tennessee. I mean, they were playing.
They played Tampa Bay.
So, I mean, it's going to be kind of curious to see if this is going to be like a weird year where a lot of like kind of like the no-name or rookie guys kind of blow up and you want to stack your teams with that. Or if you want to just have some of the premier players. Julio Jones looked awesome. Antonio Brown looked awesome. So they're doing their thing. Gronk obviously is Gronk. So I guess it'll be interesting to see who are you going to want to kind of target in pickups, stardom, situms, kind of do things like that. John, who are you impressed by?
Actually, I was really impressed by Kansas City Chiefs. Houston was ranked like the 3rd defense in fantasy or what have you, and they have one guy. Yes, that one guy is J.J. Watt, and he's amazing. But if you're supposed to be a premier defense, you get lit up by Alex Smith for 27 points. That doesn't say a lot. But then again, that says a lot for Alex Smith. He had a very solid game. He had like 200-something yards, 3 touchdowns, no picks.
And he's not known for throwing a lot of touchdowns.
Yeah. No, he doesn't throw, but he only throws to his tight end and his running backs, which is great. which is what he did.
So that's still the same.
So he's a smart man. So I was impressed by Kansas City. I wasn't surprised that Green Bay is still. If you watch that game, yes, the box score will say that they only won by a touchdown, but they were in control the whole time.
Think you're ready for this jelly. I don't think you're ready for this jelly. I don't think you're ready for this, cause my spine is super.
Aaron Rodgers still looks great. He lost Jordy, but he's still Aaron Rodgers. And, that's something, okay, if I'm a really good quarterback and I have a really good wide receiver, perfect, but I'm still a really good quarterback who can make a bunch of no-name guys shine, and that's what Rodgers does. So I think they're poised to have a deep playoff run.
So that's a good point. Just to go in on that, you have Randall Cobb, and you're definitely a Green Bay guy.
Yes.
Jones is going to be someone that people are probably going to be curious about picking up. Do you think that that's going to be a smart decision? James Jones, for those of you who didn't know, when he had 2 touchdowns, he almost had a third.
He almost had a third. James Jones looked really good. As a little flashback, back. He's back for his second stint with
the old bros getting back together.
Back to the future.
Linking up for some touchdowns.
The good thing about this one is that they do have chemistry. Rodgers and James Jones did play multiple seasons together, so they know where the ball's going to be at and how he's going to move. The only thing is, I do know that Randall Cobb was injured, so I'm thinking that James Jones kind of picked up the slack while Randall Cobb is still ailing with his injury. Not saying that James Jones is not going to be a factor. I just don't think he's going to have the same week 1 production week in and week out.
So as Cobb slowly gets healthier and healthier, and the shoulder doesn't pain him as much, you're thinking that Jones, or more passes might start going towards Cobb.
Because we're forgetting that they still have Devontae Adams. So Devontae Adams was a decent. He had a decent game.
He had a couple catches.
He looked nice out there. He was supposed to be the number 2, which he kind of looked like the number 3 since James Jones blew up. But I like James Jones. If you can pick him up, I highly say go ahead and pick him up, but don't expect to have weak numbers. Week 2, week 3, week 4.
Do you think the presence of Jones is going to hurt someone like Adams, like Devontae Adams? Should we still consider him a strong number 2? Are we worried for the owners who have Devontae Adams?
I think it's going to work out in everyone's favor. I think Aaron Rodgers knows how to divvy up the ball, and like I said, once Randall Cobb is 100% or even closer to what he was week 1, he will be throwing to Randall Cobb much more. Will then open up the lane for Devontae Adams and James Jones. So if you can pick him up, but don't expect to have 20 points week in and week out.
Okay. How about any other players or teams that you were impressed by?
Well, two things. I was impressed by St. Louis's defense. They look really good.
They could be a real team.
Yeah, they don't have any premier players offensively, but they looked really good, and defensively they shut down the Seahawks, and You don't do that to Marshawn Lynch. But Marshawn is also known to have a bad game with St. Louis. So overall, the defense looked good. But the other player, unfortunately, I hate to really admit this, but he's on Make It Wayne. Matt Forty looked really, really good.
Talking about Common.
On the count of 3, everybody run back to your fantasy. Now
go, yeah. But unfortunately, he looked really good. I thought with the new offensive coordinator there, since he was more of a dump off running back, and they were gonna force him to become a prototypical running back, he still looked really good. He rushed for 144 yards, John?
141.
141, and he looked really, really good out there. So, Matt Forte fell into your lap second round. I'm not mad at you, John, but I am mad at you.
No, I'm not saying I'm the Taylor Swift of this league, but I'm not saying I'm the Taylor Swift of this league.
It kind of looked like Taylor Swift a little bit. I could see that.
Yeah, couples, when you're with someone, you kind of start to look like the person.
So we heard from the Green Bay guy. Let's talk a little bit about Denver.
We suck.
Denver has a lot of premier players as far as fantasy wise, and I'm assuming some of those owners weren't happy.
Don't do it.
What's going on?
We suck. Our defense and our kicker are great. I'll tell you right now, bro.
There's a cap.
No, I really didn't get to watch the game all that much. I wasn't near TV. I had to follow it on my phone. Baltimore, I guess they're doing their thing. They're bringing a lot of pressure. But god damn, we suck.
Are you worried? I know if you're worried that Peyton Manning is losing velocity on his arm, especially towards the latter end of the past couple years. But now it looks like there's worry that could even be week 1. He doesn't look to have a very strong arm.
It's fine.
You think it's okay? Peyton owners can just chill?
Hey, Denver got the win.
Okay.
We play Oakland twice a year.
Okay.
We play Kansas City twice a year. We got the Browns coming up.
That might be rough, Kansas City.
Kansas City might be rough.
It might be rough twice a
We
year.
play San Diego twice a year. I'm letting you know right now.
Rough.
That's 9 wins right there.
San Diego puts up
We have
a
our
lot
first
of points.
win, and we have 3 other
This guy
rooks.
sounds very
Then we have the
rare.
Browns. I'm just saying, you're fine. We do play the Colts though, of course, and of course we play Tom Brady because, Roger Goodell has he knows how to, make football into a money sport.
Very extra creepy.
Yes, very, very good. Peyton and Brady. But I mean, we always have a rough schedule, but we're good. Everyone, we're good.
No problem.
We're good.
So I know there's going to be a lot of injuries that come up during the year. Just to focus on a few things. We saw Des Bryant went down. T.Y. Hilton went down.
Deshaun Jackson.
Yeah, Deshaun Jackson went down. That's 3 wide receivers already.
Sammy Watkins had a donut.
There's something going on in the wide receiver pool. Andre Ellington, running back, he's hurt, so you might want to look at pick me up.
Todd Gurley hasn't played.
Yeah, that's one I want to mention with the Rams looking really strong, and they did it without any premier offensive threats. Although Tavon Austin, he kind of came around. He did what people were expecting him to do a couple years ago.
Right? Was that off the scrimmage line, or was it more like majority off?
Anytime he has room to he has space. He's quick. No, because he had a rushing touchdown and then he had a punt return.
Yeah, so
anytime he has room to run,
cool.
That guy has mad.
He looks very, very talented, but they were going with their third string running back, Cunningham, because Trey Mason couldn't make it, and people might have fallen off of the Todd Gurley train if they happened to draft after his injury was announced. So it could be a thing where you might want to stash him on your bench now, because if you can come back healthy 4 or 5 weeks and they're looking like a legitimate team for a playoff run, that can be a very good running back to have.
He's only saying that because Gurley's on his bench.
Jay drafted Gurley after giving me months of, who is this guy? Who is this guy? Bruh,
guy
1, he has dreads. 2, St. Louis really addressed both offensive and defensive lines. So, I mean, they held Seattle at bay. Yes, Seattle's a hard defense to keep at bay with turnovers and what have you. But I don't think Foles had that much pressure applied to him. I was watching the game. They looked kind of okay. And when you have a stud like Gurley who's looking like a Steven Jackson type. I know what I was doing. I had a plan.
From the guy.
Lacy Forte Melvin Gordon, and I was waiting to pick up Foster. That was my master plan the whole time.
For someone who wasn't impressed with Carlos Hyde before today,
I have Carlos Hyde in my other leagues.
But this guy can tell you about Carlos Hyde.
Whoa.
Before you, yeah,
Whoa.
I had to talk him into liking Carlos Hyde.
You
said,
are a San Francisco fan
said,
who
don't
hate
draft anyone from San Francisco.
That's what Dre said. Don't draft anyone.
I've
Don't
never
draft
he
anyone.
said that.
Says
I said,
even though
nay.
I have Vernon Davis.
That
Didn't
is
pick
a girl
Carlos Hyde.
Yeah, he
They're
picked
all
up Vernon Davis because his tight end got injured before any game started.
How's that about? No, I drafted.
He
Vernon
drafted
Davis.
Antonio Gates, guys. I will show you the proof.
Now he's just making up stuff. Okay. Any thoughts on pickups? People that might be good for week 2.
Moncrief.
Des Bryant going down. I think he's going to be gone 6 weeks. He did get surgery today, so it sounds like the reports are saying 4 to 6 weeks. I'm going to stick with Dallas. If I've seen a lot of people not drafting Terrence Williams. If you do have Terrence Williams, you're probably jumping for joy since Dez is out. But I do like Cole Beasley. I know a lot of people are going to be like, what the hell, Cole Beasley? Cole Beasley is going to give you some points, and it may not be 15 points, but he's going to get catches if you're in a PPR league. So Cole Beasley is somebody I would look at if you're going to look at Des Bryant going down for about 4 to 6 weeks.
Okay. John, how about you?
Mr. Nate Washington was a guy that
There-
we always
there
used
goes
to
that
talk
man.
about
There goes that man.
in years past.
Yes, this
And
is
who-
true.
He's still
This is
playing?
true. This is
And
true.
he is still, and he had 106
He
reception
was
yards.
only still playing. He's still balling.
Yeah.
That's what
Not
he's
in the
doing.
Hall of
So
Fame
the Nate Washington now and forever moving
Like
forward.
that. Okay. What's funny about him though? I feel like he either gets 100 yards or he gets nothing.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the thing. I mean,
All
hey,
or nothing, yeah.
but if you
That's
want 100
interesting.
yards, so like Nate Washington, any other guys? Do you think?
No. This is the Nate Washington of this generation.
There you
Nate
have it.
Washington used to be Nate Washington, but the new Nate Washington.
On that new.
Can I say my thing though?
I'm trying to help you. I mean, I'm giving you like. a
I
little
forgot his
flavor.
name.
I'm giving you a little
So
flavor.
I was just trying to buy time.
Oh.
Moncrief is a guy that if Ty is gonna miss time, he might have some play.
Okay.
Percy Harvin, I know a lot of guys didn't draft him. He looked pretty good. Watkins only had 3 targets. Taylor looks like a quarterback that's gonna always make the right play, not necessarily the most explosive play, but he did have that 50-yard bomb to him. That kid Benjamin at Cleveland, I don't think anyone drafted anyone from Cleveland, so maybe he's the only guy that can do.
Oh, wait, I might have drafted someone from Cleveland because
Was
I
it
didn't
Money
have a running
Man's
back.
out?
No, and that guy was poop. Isaiah Crowell, so shows that I'm an
Crowell.
It's
idiot.
like the color of the jersey, poop brown.
The poop round.
The poop browns. The Cleveland poop browns.
Vernon Davis actually looked kind of okay.
I mean, yeah. To speak on that, Vernon Davis is my backup, but you're saying Anquan Bolden, like
Antoine Bolden,
people
definitely
I'm picking
PPR
him up.
leagues.
Yeah, someone gets a lot of catches, so
he
he'll
gets
give
a lot
you
of
points
catches.
just based off of that.
Absolutely.
So that could be a good thing. Like I still stand by scooping up like a Todd Gurley and kind of sitting on him for a little bit.
I'm sure everyone has him.
I think this might sound weird. Bishop Sankey.
Bishop Sankey and Kendall Wright.
Like Bishop Sankey, he's not going to be overpowering, but if that offense could somehow just keep finding some magic week in and week out, like, if you can have the starting running back on a squad who gets most of the carries, that's always a
Nothing wrong
beneficial
with that.
thing.
Nothing wrong with that at all.
So as weird as it may sound, you might want to look into him, just kind of play a matchup, because Mariota was doing some good things out there.
We're
Michael
gonna see in week
Floyd
2
from Arizona.
Okay.
I'm gonna see week 2. Like I'm not convinced with Mariota yet. I like him, but week 2, let's
Pause.
see if he does something.
Don't you guys battle in week 2?
We were trying to save that till the end of the video, but go ahead and ruin the surprise.
Just gotta jump in the gun.
Damn.
So, some people
What is
like
premature?
to extend the pleasure, not do some, as Ace just touched on, premature, short, explosive after a couple seconds of the big news. But if you don't want kind of like the long play that me and Ace gonna offer, then I guess we'll go with John's version, just quick and easy.
So that's it.
No foreplay here.
Me and Dre is going against each other week 2.
Way to go, John.
See, I called it. See, I knew that. You know what's gonna happen.
Bros versus bros. Week 2.
Yes, that is week 2. We will be keeping up of every rivalry matchup. But so far, it's looking like I have some work to do. These guys are looking good.
I'm just lucky that Le'Veon Bell has a 2-game suspension and I'm battling Dre, Team Rocket, with Le'Veon Bell on the bench. So
Not only did I get the win, but I look good getting the win.
Doesn't matter if you win or lose, it's how good you look.
It's true.
And John, how did you look?
That looked amazing.
You know what? I think we all looked pretty good, but I looked the best.
Well, there you have it.
I scored more. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Hey, Ace, play me.
Yeah.
Week 3.
It's
Wait,
nothing.
did I ruin a surprise
It's
again?
not- it's
Hey,
not
another
week, no, it's not week
one.
3. It's,
All right, you know what,
no,
guys?
it's not week 3.
Before
It's
we
not.
ruin any
It's
more
not.
surprises, we were going to end it with that. Thank you for coming back for the 3rd season of Bros Talk Football. As always, please like, subscribe, share, tell your friends that we're dropping some football knowledge. And I guess
We're
we will
dropping it
see
hard.
you next week. Peace.
Bye.
Help him! He can't swim!
Then you go get it.
Well, I can't swim either.